Mayfair 2025 Cedar Crest College campus. Mayfair it's at the corner, Cedar Crest College campus at the corner of Cedar Crest Boulevard and Hamilton Boulevard. Cedar Crest and Hamilton. Look it up on Google Maps or whatever navigation you use for the location. Beautiful campus, perfect place for Mayfair due to the fact that every year, and I'm sure you experience this no matter where you live, almost every year, they either get rain, it's very hot, but at Cedar Crest College, they have built, some of the artists and vendors inside the one building, so they can duck in. They have a couple large tents, so they have places where you can duck under a lot easier than previous locations. It is truly a festival of the arts. There were a lot of very talented artists there. I remember Wichita had wishing jars. I just saw a lot of incredibly talented artists there. They had a chalk walk for kids and chalk the walk for kids and adults to, hey, you know what? We're gonna wash it off anyway. Here's the chalk. Enjoy, go nuts. They have live music there. Review Deer and Kelly Band. There were several bands there. One thing I love about the way they do the music though is there's two stages with a lot of space in between. Seriously, you go between the one building and stage and down to the lower level. Yeah, you get your steps in easily. And the way they do it is like it's loud enough where on the lower level I could still hear the music. As soon as I walked in by the main stage on the lower level, I was like, all right, I could hear who was playing on the upper stage. Food variety was excellent. It wasn't overloaded with one type of food. There weren't too many food vendors there, so that it was ended up turning into more of a food truck festival. But I went right for pie and a cone. Pie and a cone is a homemade pie, a slice of a homemade pie and a waffle cone, and you can get with or with ice cream. They had other things there, but that's like my annual addiction, and the other reason why I go to Mayfair. Now, going back to the music, they time the bands so that each stage, only one band is playing at a time, and they alternating between the stages, which is great because it also kind of like almost forces you to walk through the entire festival and check out all the great vendors, the great food, and everything that Mayfair has to offer. There's only one beer tent. Music Fest is the first one that comes to my mind. Almost too many festivals here in Lehigh Valley kind of like push or almost to a point revolve around the sale of alcohol. I was there Saturday. It goes from Friday to Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. I was there Saturday for about 4 hours. I think I saw 3 or 4 people walking around with a beer. That was it. So there are adult beverages. They just don't push it. It's a part of the festival, not an essential part of the festival. The college campus is beautiful. A couple of vendors told me Friday night they actually had hail over there. I'm like, over in the east side, I think we had a short shower or two. That was it. So, like I said, anytime you have an outdoor event, you're rolling the dice with the weather any time of year. Mayfair is great to go to on Memorial Day weekend. It's like somebody told me there was something going on in the east thing, and I think Levitt Pavilion had something, but Mayfair is like a great festival to go to, but it's kind of like you go there one time, you go there for a few hours. Okay, been there, done that. Now the other place I went to was Heaven on a Bun, which I had a great hot dog and cheese fries there. So yeah, like I said, great variety of food. There's a play area for the kids. Staff walking around in case you have any questions. Just overall, if you're in the Lehigh Valley next year on Memorial Day weekend, I definitely recommend you check out for a couple of hours. Just keep an eye on the forecast. And the food prices average like $12 for a cheeseburger. Typical festival fair prices. No big deal. Take care, everybody. Michael Phoenix, founder, staff, Fire City Illusion. To your family and friends, as always, wishing you only the best and much success in your lives. And please continue to stay safe.